Hello everyone, this is Zach again. I'm just here with another live game commentary. Today I'm playing as Zep, and I'm going to go ahead and try to possibly get my rank up a little bit on that, because I haven't played on this account for, at least ranked, for quite a while now. Um, since, uh, like I said before, I had racked up so many games and stuff, my rank wouldn't go really anywhere, even if I won or lost a lot of games. So I went ahead and kept off it for about 3 months or so. So I think because the ranking system with KGS, which I have a game up, ranking system with KGS, it works kind of on a time scale. I'm not sure if I want to play a 10Q. Maybe if I make this quick, maybe we can play another one, or we can try something else. Anyways, it works on a time scale where if it's not good. Hmm. Should I choose here? Where if you play a lot of games in a certain time period, it's not quite as like effective, and excuse me. The longer you like let it draw out, like where you don't play, then it assumes you must have gotten better over the time or whatever. So that's kind of what I did. Anyways, so he didn't respond to my Q16, and I could have played 017, but I'm hoping I was going to gain something over here first. So what I think I'm going to do is, I think I might leave this right here for right now, maybe. Um, because I still have Audrey with this Whitestone, and I jumped out at P6 because if I played P5, he could just cut me with his surrounding stones, and it'd be kind of hard for me. Uh, when black has a double wing, it's not usually the best idea to play P5, but his Q3 was kind of strange. Anyways, I'm not really certain what to do here because I've never seen a variation like this. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit aggressively. Um, what's the best way to do this? I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a base for myself, and then I'm gonna go back and pincer. He doesn't completely have to respond to this. And then I'm just going to go and pincer. I'm going to put some support on my R11 group. If black keeps on running out, I'm going to gain more strength towards the N6 area, which will make that stone at 03 a little bit easier to use the Audrey from that. And okay, he jumped out. It's reasonable. So I can connect under here right here. Uh, that would make him safe though. I'm gonna go ahead and see if he knows the variation, because if he doesn't, then he's most likely just gonna end up hurting himself. Yeah, he didn't. But this might be a valid. This might be a valid one because he cuts through me. No, it's not that big. This is worth a lot of points for me just to connect. No, he's gonna cut through me. Yeah, I can still use this Audrey over here, but I'm gonna go ahead and double pincer his stone first. Okay, reasonable. He doesn't have to drop down right away. He can just leave it like this. But he chooses to drop down. I don't. This. That's not really normal. But, suppose it's playable. Hmm. Good. I think Hane might be the best here. Ah. I don't think I can Hane. Just cut. Yeah, I can't. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just protect my cutting point then. He should S17. It's really big. He doesn't. Okay, I'll go ahead and respond to this though. He's going for influence. This influence doesn't make too much sense in this case. Let's go ahead and nobody again. He's just giving me territory, so don't got a problem with that. Uh, hmm. Okay. S16 is big, but I don't want him to get a big influence in here. Okay, so I could jump out, but that wouldn't make much sense in this case. I can go into the corner, which he'll block from that side. You can go ahead and go to the corner. Because I still have Auju with that 04 stone, so I can still try to invade somewhere in there later. Maybe even in my next turn. So he blocked from the right side, that's good. D5 only move. I'm going to go ahead and play out this variation that I'm supposing he most likely does not know. Oh, that's not good. Go ahead and protect the cutting point now. And now I'm out. Which is very bad for him. And that was another move he should not have made. So now I'm just going to go ahead and jump out. Now his influence isn't as much as it should be. His emphasis he put on this side, some options now, some options. Could go ahead and try to reduce him this way. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Seems like this is more endgame, but it seems like this is a reduction in Sente, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it. It also solidifies my my group. If I do that, yeah, this is Sente. So making sure. Oh, actually, it's not Sente. My bad. I forgot there's a Liberty at B1, but it's all good. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. Now we have lots of options. I could go ahead and play C13 because his group isn't strong there. He's getting a lot of influence towards the center though. Maybe I want to invade up here somewhere, like this high move at K16 maybe might be nice. Hmm. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, either invade his corner or okay. I don't think this is a variation that Black in most cases wants us to do. Um, Normal is C16 in this case. Makes sense anyways. I'm trying to think of the best way to try to do this though. I think attaching is fine. Yep. Okay, so I have two options now. I can Nobi down, um, or I can Nobi over. We'll go ahead and Nobi down. I think this works fine. Yeah. But I am giving him influence to the outside. Didn't really want this. And I'm not even completely sure if I'm safe yet. So I should probably go ahead and make sure of that. Sure. Make sure I'm safe. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that I did that. Seemed too easy for him. Now I'm going to go ahead and exploit this cutting point, because I didn't really do that. Now this cut is a little more severe for Black. So, he played K17, that makes sense because he gets rid of my possible extension off the influence I'm getting. I'm just trying to limit his influence for the center because that's really where his points at are right now. Because he doesn't have very many points. He just has mostly influence. He doesn't play much like a 10Q either. What if he's sandbagging? But I suppose I'm sandbagging also, so. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this Audrey now. Oh, didn't expect this. Didn't read this out. I think I'm fine now. What's the best way to no-beat? This looks like the best move for this case. Okay, so he continues. Oh, now I have the option of possibly getting out. Hmm. No, I'm just gonna connect to my stones. He needs to respond to this. Go ahead and get rid of his tiger's mouth. This also protects the cutting point. And then I try to go ahead and connect to my stones. Okay. That's generally something you don't want to do. Okay. Uh, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and cut him now. Let me see how he does this. Yeah, good. Okay, now I'm not gonna respond to that or Gote. Or actually would it? No. Wouldn't be Gote. But this isn't Gote, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it. He needs to protect the cutting point. Yeah, now I can go ahead and cut him and reduce his influence. So, I'm trying to think what the best way to do that would be. Seems like a good way. Okay. That just makes me stronger. You really don't want to do that. What he just did. Hmm. What should I do here? Lots of options. I'm actually gaining a little bit of influence towards the center myself. Wonder if this move works at B12. Looks like it might. Looks like I have lots of different ways of connecting. Hmm. Um. Difficult to decide. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump out once more. Gives me a little bit more strength also, and he kind of needs to respond to this, because he's definitely not alive or escaped with that group. Okay, oh, that is a dangerous move you just made. That is really dangerous. There's a lot of cutting points in that knight's move. He should have jumped out again. I think I can cut this, but I'm trying to think what the best way to do this would be. I think just cutting right here works. I was going to make influence off of this, but he's really going to be hurting right now. L13 might work for him, though. Yeah, he made L13. I can go ahead and jump again and get some more influence, though. If I make, say, J12. Because then he's having problems again. Or maybe I should just play solidly with J11. I like J11 a little bit better. I do not agree with that move. He's gonna have trouble now. Okay, so now I have options. What's the best one? This guy's not a 10Q. This is definitely not a 10Q. I can go ahead and get rid of his influence, which I think I'll go ahead and do. Yeah, sure, it's Sente, but let's, What's the best way to deal with this? Yeah. Seems like the best way. It's Sente. He needs to play K14 and connect up. And he's definitely not alive in here. I think his N14 was a big mistake. He could definitely die because of that. Yep. Only choice. Then I have lots of options. J16 is the move to try to kill him, but I have a big cut at H15, and I'm not sure if I can do anything against that. Doesn't look like I can either, so I'm not sure. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I can't, unfortunately. Oh well. He has to make the tiger's mouth it, or the best option. Well, he can peep first, I guess. Makes sense. It's Sente. Helps out with his shape. Yep, okay, that works fine. Okay, so I got rid of a lot of his influence in here. And, go ahead and make myself a little bit stronger. This is also Sente. Now I can try to cut him. Not sure if that's the greatest idea, though. Actually, it doesn't work. Never mind. Um, hmm. Okay, then. Gonna go ahead and gain a little bit more influence in here. I have a couple different ways to get into this territory also, so I'm not really afraid of giving him this solid shape on the bottom. Oh. Well, whatever. You still have to take care of that C9 move eventually. Yeah. Then I have lots of different options here. I think the best one is just to block. It's worth a lot. Getting some points in this area. That is not worth enough. I have lots of other moves I can make that are worth way more than that stone. Let's go ahead and see which one is the most. H4 might be. H4 might just be. But E12 brings up a Sente move, so I'm going to go ahead and make that. Makes a nice move at C13. Oh, and he went ahead and responded right away. Well, it works. Wondering about H3 though. Don't think it works. This does though. What? What is this guy thinking? Yeah, what the? Why? Why did he do that? Uh, I really don't care about the stones, dude. You're not alive in here. I'm trying to think what the best, you did ascend? I think so. I think descending looks pretty nice. Yeah. Descending's nice. Go and descend. Then let's go ahead, go here, here, sure. Uh, hmm. Mm-hmm. He needs to make the eye at U1. If I make E1 right now, he's not gonna have any eyes, but it could be a little bit dangerous for me. Hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and make it anyway. Okay, so you push. I'm not sure what the best option here is. It's really difficult to say. I don't see how he's gonna make two eyes in here, but let's just make sure I play solidly. Now I'm gonna go ahead and jump out and just make sure I'm completely solid in this area. There's absolutely no way black can try anything here. Okay. Hmm. Uh, yeah. What the? Yeah. I can just keep that in here. And then I can, Nobi. So I'm being really careful right now because I really don't want to, screw myself up. I'm trying to think what the best move is for every case. So, goes right there. Yeah. This seems like the safest move. Just to make sure I'm completely safe. Also, B1 is Sente, so I should really make that move. It's going to be very hard for him to survive here. And if he doesn't, then, he has to resign. I don't have to respond to that, actually. Because it's not a real eye. Hmm. I'm just going to go ahead and close you up, I think. Just to make absolutely certain. Seems kind of weak, though. But if he, yeah. Actually, if he plays F1, is that Seki? I think if he plays F1, then it's Seki. Not really sure, though. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's not. Just in case. Okay. Yeah, I thought I should have closed up there, but I wasn't sure. So I play here. cuts me. And then he cuts me there. I can close up, or if he captures me, play there. Yeah, this works fine, as far as I can see. I don't see him able to do anything in here. Then I can go ahead and Nobi again, because he still can't cut me.
Dad,
Yes, Dad?
what I found in the back of Nathan's car.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've been looking for this one. Thank you, Dad. Sorry about that. Anyways, oops. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't notice this. There's no way for him to escape. I don't even know what he's doing now. Sorry, my dad was just giving me something. Okay. Yeah, these are more like 10Q moves. This is something that I see pretty often, but this whole game he's been really playing above his level. But he should really resign right now. After losing that huge group, there's really nothing else he can do. I'll do this. I think he can easily cut me, so I'm not sure. Well, I'm ahead by a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and see if there's any Aji in this area. Oh. I don't care about those 2 stones. Let me make sure I'm connected. Also, this threatens to disconnect his stone. Right, like this. And then I can Atari. So yeah, he just gave me a lot of points there also. So this game is pretty interesting. You focus a lot on influence, which I really don't like to do when I'm in a handicap game. Okay. Because you're already ahead by a lot on points, so you just need to play solid, get solid points, and you'll be fine. This isn't generally the best way to deal with a monkey jump either. That move he just made. Usually it's better just to play B10 or A11, if you guys watch my lecture on this monkey jump. That's something you don't want to do. But it works in this case. Well, except, well, guess so. Okay. Yeah, to solidly connect. I'm connected to the outside, so I don't have to worry about eyes. And, sure, if you want to do that. That's not really Sente, but go ahead and make it Sente anyways. So he got that big move. Let me go ahead and do this, because this gives me more points. He could have just played T18 directly. He doesn't have to do this. It's weird. Anyways, there's lots of big moves on the board, and I think this is probably the biggest. Probably. Oh, it might not have been correct. Yeah, it wasn't. My bad. Oh well. Oh, I should play E19. What the? Hate those type of moves. I have a feeling this is going to be a boring endgame. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. There's not much else I want to go over in this game. So I'll go ahead and unpause it when I'm done with the game. Okay, so, I finally finished. He went ahead and played out the whole end game. If I check the score submit, it looks like I won by about... What? Oh, it thinks that group is alive. Let's go ahead and kill it then. I kind of want to see what I actually got. It's like I went by about 70. Okay. So let's go ahead and go over the game. So when he ignored me, I probably should have just simply double pincered. Uh, but I didn't want to put all my stones in one area, because if he went ahead and played somewhere else, then I really wouldn't like this as white. How much he's getting his stones all over the board, and I just have 2 stones in one spot. So I went ahead and just did this. He went ahead and pincered me, which makes sense because then he split up my stones. I went ahead and did this. This was strange because it gives me the option of playing S4. If he does this, then with both of my stones, Q2 and S4 aren't quite as nice for white because he can't go into Sansan. This way as white, I can still go into Sansan. I can still play R3. So, from this side. So, I don't think this is as preferable in this situation. It's like a stronger move. It makes it so you're solid, um, but it's not really needed in this case. It's normal, because black has 2 stones on the outside, it's normal to do this in this case, instead of doing the normal jumping out into the center. This is because if it goes like this, then I'm going to be having a lot of problems with my group, because if I go ahead and say, just Nobi out, that he's just going to Nobi, these stones are going to have a lot of trouble in this area. If I Atari out and try something like this, uh, then he can just kill this group on the side, or at least try to. I could probably Nobi out or something like this. Or actually, no, he probably wouldn't do that. It would probably split me first. Something like this. And then I would have, let's see, probably this option would be the best, because I could try to connect my stones. Anyways, black would be getting a good amount of points. I would just be in the center, which I wouldn't like. And I don't think this is the correct variation either. I just kind of played what I thought might happen. But it's difficult to for white when black has stones surrounding. If the stone at R8 and K3 wasn't there, I wouldn't have a problem with the cut at all, because I wouldn't be worried about not having anywhere to make a base or something. But kind of do in this case. So I went ahead, and when he kind of did this on, I just jumped out, because then I'm at least making one group strong. So he went ahead and split me, which was a good idea. I went ahead and make a little bit of a base. He protected me from making R3, because then I'd live right away. And then I just pincered him. Because I wanted to put a little bit of support on my R14 stone. He went ahead and played normal. He wanted to make it so I couldn't connect under, so he tried to get me to react to this move. And I probably should have. But it would make my group very heavy, which I didn't want, especially not in the beginning of the game like this. So I went ahead and let him cut it to use that O3 stone later. And then I went back and double pincered. He dropped down from this side, which I didn't really like, because if he dropped down from this side, let's say it was something like this, then he can come back and do something with this side, because it's easier to develop. But now letting me live on this side, especially this move is not usually seen. Usually black jumps out, and in some cases pushes down. Jumping out is more common though. And then white will go ahead and he can just jump out. I think double space is also possible, but then he has push down. So as you can see, then white gets into this side, so he can develop on this side instead of black, and black's influence really isn't doing anything besides possibly pincering the stone, which isn't even dead. But still, black played definitely higher than this level. Right here, I would just pincer, and if I want to live, it's not going to be very easy, because I won't really be able to connect to anything else. Be heavy, so it'll be nice for him. Instead, he gave me a lot of points, and then he. I don't like this move because it's kind of going after this side on the top side a little bit. Of course, it is aiming towards the move around D10, but it gives me a really nice point just to split him, or I can approach like I did in the game. Probably, I usually like splitting better, but I thought I'd just try something new. Went ahead, went in. That was not the right move by black. The correct variation is this. Then come from this side. Connect over. Black can also Atari again. This way. And then later white has this invasion. And if black connects as Atari. So it's a nice way to reduce black, which is why I did this variation. I also was supposing, considering this dude was a 10Q, he most likely didn't know his variation. So I was expecting him to make some type of mistake, which he did. Because now I get out. First, I just made sure the cutting point wasn't there, which gives me a lot more points on the bottom. Also, this descending move is not a good habit to make, because it gives me this move later as an endgame for Sente. It also gives me this peep, which you saw in the game. Generally, you just want to connect. Gets rid of any Aji. Makes it so if I do this move later, in the endgame, it won't be Sente. Also, this move is also possible when you're on the side, because then if black makes this, let's say you're on the side, white would, well, obviously white could play this right now, but if he was on the side, he couldn't either because it's a ko, unless he had enough ko threats. So generally you see this move, or you see this move. This move is almost never right. This should never be your first instinct. And I jumped out to make sure I got rid of his influence on the bottom side. Or I probably also could have done something like a pincer, but I didn't want him developing this side more. So then I went ahead and reduced him in Sente, which actually wasn't Sente, because I thought he had too few liberties, but he actually had B1. My bad. So here I probably should have done this variation, because I was trying to put pressure on these two stones while getting a group over here. Because if he does do this, he does have the option of keeping me confined. Of course, I was expecting him to do something like was expecting to do something like this, then I would have it pincered. This is what I really wanted. But fortunately, he didn't do this variation. It's the most common when you have this. Um, I think this is also a possibility. I think it's easier for black just to do this though. I don't see why you have to do the long one, because then I have this move. Anyways, so I went ahead and did this. Not sure if this was correct. I could have tried maybe something like this. Might have been worth a little more. But he also may have been disabled to Nobi. That brings up this audio. I don't know. Looks kind of strange. I haven't seen this variation before. Let's go to the game. I went ahead and tried to exploit the weakness black has at P14. He went ahead and got rid of any type of influence I could probably have, but he is also losing a lot of Aji with that. I personally would have fixed. Then I had the option of going here or here. So crosscut seems to work. I was expecting him to do this actually, because connecting here isn't really an option. Expecting him to do this move, and then I would Nobi. Seems a little bit better for him. He's getting more influence to the outside, which is kind of what he wants. But he went ahead and cross-cut, which worked okay for him. But I like this a lot as me because I got rid of a lot of his influence, and I was okay with giving him some territory because I had a lot of territory myself. And if I negate his influence, then really he has nothing, pretty much. This isn't usually a move you want to make, to bump your head like this. So then I went ahead and cut. This move, again, this gets rid of black's possibility of peeping here or cutting here later. This makes me stronger. The one jumped out, which makes sense. Then he connected this way. Not a good idea to try to connect with a knight's move. Almost never do you want to try to connect with a knight's move. He should have just jumped out. This way he's solid, he's still connecting to his stones. Then I wanted to just go ahead and do something like this. Then he could have tried something like this to build himself up in this area. Or actually, maybe this would be slow. Maybe I should jump out once more. Not completely sure, but either way, this move neglected his stones because it got me to get into his influence, and he lost a lot of points this way. I was hoping I could kill him, but I couldn't, unfortunately. Just the move I was thinking of was J16, but then he can simply cut me, and there's really nothing I can do to this. There's really nowhere I can go from here. I could try cutting, but he can just Nobi, and I don't have enough liberties. Anyways, so I went ahead and tried to get some influence in this area, and which is what I did. Personally, once he did this and neglected his stone, I would have kept with his idea, kept on pushing up, like this. But this move is not big enough. This was a very big move. It gives him some points in this area. It also reduces my potential for the center. It's pretty much Sente. He doesn't really have to respond to this. I was aiming for this move, but as you can see, it's Sente, but he can still connect under, so he doesn't have to respond to it. And then once this move, I'm not sure why he made this move. I'm really not certain. He should have just made this move. Gives him points. I was trying to be stronger towards the center, but that was really the losing move. He was already at this point. Let's see what it says. Score estimate. Um, well, this isn't accurate actually. Score estimate thinks that my group at the top left is dead. There's also a lot of reductions I can still do. Um, so I'm not really sure if the score would be here. But it's still like fairly close. Still probably a chance for black to do something. But after this, and after his group dies, you really want to make sure you're safe before you try anything crazy. I think he was trying to get into my center. But if you don't have two eyes, you don't really want to do that. Make sure you're safe first. Okay, so connected. I want to see if he plays this. If he has Sente. I mean, if it's, yeah, it looks like it's Seki. No. No, it's not, because that group would only have one liberty. You can see that, just to show you. This group would have to connect. So, yeah, it's not Seki. I don't know why I thought it was Seki. But anyways, I don't think there's much else I wanted to show. Kind of just made some moves. I think this was around where I stopped the video. Yeah, on the monkey jump. You guys haven't seen my lecture. This. Or, this. Are generally the best ways to go. Because it's Sente. As you can see with this, it was still Sente, so it worked for him in this case. Something looks different though. Did I think, yeah, I gained a point here because I got the B8 move, because he can make B8 letter, and now, or wait, maybe I'm wrong. No, I think I'm wrong actually. Never mind. So this is fine for him actually. Okay. Sake. Yeah, so this is where like I stopped it and didn't show you guys anymore. So basically to keep in mind for this game, I would say first thing. When you're playing a handicap game, it's generally best just to follow Joseki, make it really easy on yourself, and just make sure you're solid, make sure you're strong, make sure you're getting sure points. So generally just do the simplest Joseki you can so your opponent can't complicate anything, because you have the lead if you're black. So just play very solidly. Make sure you follow Joseki, whatever. If he does some type of weird move, like this, something, don't freak out. Just make sure you're strong, make sure you're connected, make sure you're getting points. Don't yourself like start crazy variations. Him not responding to this, there wasn't really any reason to. He could have just responded to it. It just complicates things for him. Also, pincering. Pincering can be nice, but it creates a little bit more complicated situations. Because I have variations like this, which he may not know. And jumping out sometimes creates complications also, if you choose something like this. So generally, don't want to pincer also in a handicap game. Of course you can, but if you do, you want to pick a simple one, which you did. You don't really want to pick some type of weird one like this. It's most likely going to turn into a complicated variation. Just try to keep fighting as minimal as you can, and yeah, make it simple. So actually, personally, since on most handicap games, you know what you want, what your opponent wants. He wants you to do this. So you might want to just pincer right away, so that he doesn't do sorry, this, and then you pincer, because then there might be a little bit more complicated things he can do, like try to counter pincer you and stuff. So I would, if you're really trying to simplify it and you know your opponent's going to try to do that, double approach at R14 and R6, I would just pincer first, because then he can't really just approach you. I mean, then you can go ahead and cover him, or you can leave him and pincer this stone also. Probably the simplest would just be to cover him, which is probably what I would do, or you could just simply respawn if you wanted to. Anyways, try to simplify it as much as you can, especially when you're playing strong opponents, which he didn't really do. He played a weird variation, but it got pretty simple at the end. So he's playing, well, that wasn't really Josuke, but that wasn't Josuke either. Yeah, make sure you know Josuke also. Josuke is very important. And if you don't, at least when you're on KGS, you can just like use a Josuke dictionary of some sort if in your games, which is something I do a lot also. So if I don't know a Josuke, I can look it up and use it, and then I go ahead and study it later also. It's a good way to study whenever you don't know a Josuke. If you come across a Josuke you don't know in a game, just go and play it through a few times after the game. And what else from this game? So right here, actually, I don't think this is a good move. When I really think about it, and this was very slow. There was no reason for him to make this move. That cut wasn't big at all. But right here, as white, if you look where black has like all of his stones. Also, let's if the variation went like it should have gone on the top side, black's stones should be excuse me, his stones should be right here. This is how it should have been. And right here, if it was black's turn, obviously the best move for him would just be to, oops. Oh, that's why. His move would be to cover this group, because now his center is working very, very nicely together. And you can really see the difference now. This would be a very difficult game for me, because I just have some points in the corners and stuff, and black is having a ginormous center. Of course, I wouldn't have played the same way if this was actually how it was in the game, because I wouldn't have focused so much on the corners and stuff, but it's obvious that black's focus is on the center. It's good to make yourself safe, but if you don't really need to, then don't. Like right here, just like envision if white does actually cut you. Well, for one thing, I'm pretty sure the ladder works for black, which it does. Even though there's a white stone there, that white stone only has 2 liberties, or it only has 3, but it's surrounded by black stones, so that ladder wouldn't work. But even if it did, let's say the ladder worked fine for white, then black could just do some. Oh, sorry, using the edit tool. Black could just do something like this and make a tiger's mouth over here. Ah, gosh, sorry. And then black could do this again. Ah, gosh, okay. I won't do that again. Anyways, point being, black would just get a really strong shape, and white would get a really weak group in the center that he really couldn't do anything with. So, always think about if your opponent does cut you, would it really be that severe? Would you care? Would they benefit from it, or would you benefit from it? That's generally when you're thinking of if you want to make yourself stronger. It's generally good to make yourself stronger in a certain area, but if you don't need to, don't do it. Because right now, black really needs to make a move around this area so he can really start to create a big moyo in the center. Of course, I still am out at F6, so I can still reduce this, but this would make it, I think, much closer. So always think about where your main point, I guess, your objective on the board is, what's most important, which obviously in this case, black got a lot of influence in a lot of different places, so he wants to play a moyo game in the center, so put your influence on the center. make all your moves towards the center. Um, so yeah, anyways, I would say the main point of this game, just look at where your main point is on the board and make moves that exemplify that. So I hope you enjoyed this game review and live game commentary. If you did, please subscribe or like the video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or message me or something. And I'll see you guys all later.